before the you did a counter melody that was that, and we were doing it's like that third. And if you could just play that section, if you don't mind.
I think that might have been a wrong note.
That's what I was getting to. Play it one more time, please.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Again, I would urge, just as a knucklehead off the street, to tass it right before, because the drums do that. Can't we think of
Yeah.
so that we all kick it together.
Yeah.
I think that's a great part.
Okay.
And they weren't, and it wasn't.
It became clear that David Campbell was more essential than ever. In a sense, he was the translator, he was the interpreter, he was the conduit between the orchestra and us. We were basically speaking two very different languages.
As the rehearsals progressed, it was very clear that the band was getting jazzed. I mean, we were starting to face each other and do moves.
When we started to get into the groove and gel, and the orchestra was getting into the groove and gelling with us, you could see us all moving as one big force.
In point of fact, everybody seemed a lot more confident. We were starting to look at each other, and we were starting to feel, maybe we can pull this off. And the symphony orchestra was actually starting to smile. They were actually starting to shake their heads like, yeah, wow, that's cool.
I'd like to be Gene, thank you, if that's the correct term for it.
Yeah.
I've been doing my tongue exercises too.
And may we see those? Profile?
A 750-year-old snare drum out of the wood from the timber underneath. That's very incredible. Sounds phenomenal.
Obviously, this is really exciting to be doing this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance, opportunity. It's going to be one of the biggest things we've ever done.
If you leave the full orchestra rehearsal in the afternoon early to do the makeup, I could still work with them.
Oh, no, that doesn't matter. This is like, this is the 14th.
Full orchestra rehearsal. Then we go to do sound check at the TV studio.
Yeah, I know.
And then we need 2 hours.
In other words, at the studio, once we leave you with the full symphony, we go to the television studio, and then we have another hour of rehearsal with the smaller symphony. If there's a time constraint, we would like to rehearse less than an hour with the smaller version. That should be fun.
Because we're rehearsing it
because we're
tomorrow
doing.
But I think
just for blocking and audio.
It's not so
like
much
sound
for
check, right?
It's for blocking and audio.
You should know the song because we're doing it with them here
What
anyway.
we'll do is we'll rehearse
But you
for
understand,
blocking.
it's not about.
So then what we'll do is we'll rehearse first for blocking. Then we'll bring in the ensemble. We'll rehearse with them for sound. And then we'll be out of there.
Please welcome them back to Rove Live, the hottest band in the world, Kiss. So how's the gig looking for Friday night with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra?
It's amazing, you know. It's something that only we, in our insanity, would even attempt. You know, here we are playing a 3-act show where we'll come out and first, you know, do Kiss as people know Kiss, and then we'll do an unplugged segment with a string ensemble, and then go balls to the wall, you know, with a with a 60-piece orchestra. So
look, he's getting ready for his next question.
It's pretty amazing.
I just got excited at balls to the wall, that's it.
It turns you on, sailor.
Oh my God, I'm going to Kiss. Yeah. Sing.
Yes, most definitely.
They're saving themselves for Gene.
Most definitely, yes.
Hi, Gene.
How you doing?
Right. Hello. Stick your tongue out.
Kiss are the greatest band in the world. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Professional Stanley, you're an absolute living legend. You rock, son. Keep rocking.
If Peter Criss doesn't do dirty living, I'll be screaming murder.
Just relax, mate. We'll be on shortly.
If they don't do anything from the elder, I'll be screaming.
I'll come down for the weekend, yeah. I've got the Rolling Stones tomorrow night, but that would be a bit of a letdown after tonight.
Because I think the elder deserves to be actually played for a bit. You know, Odyssey, Fanfare, Just a Boy. Then Great Expectations from Destroyer, well, that's an absolute given.
Kiss are the best rock and roll band on the planet. They play for the fans, not for their ego. That's why we love them. It's all about a labour of love here, mate. Yeah, that's good. Just rock and roll.
The night before the show, we had a full-scale production rehearsal at the stadium. Up until then, we had 2 short rehearsals with the orchestra, and now we had only one chance to combine that with all the elements of what we normally do.
That, it doesn't, we've had ones that went.
So when you used to go out in the basket,
I'd pee in my fucking boot, you know.
It kind of gives you that sensation of like when you're at Magic Mountain, you know, you go up the tallest roller coaster, you're like, holy shit, I'm a lot higher than I thought it was going to be, you know.
There were times when I'd be up there and go, I just want to come down. We know what it takes to make a great Kiss show, not only for us, but for our fans, and preparation is everything. Time wasn't on our side, but that's the challenge we intended to face head on.
I'm Gene's bass tech. Slave, whatever. So it's just, you know, just making sure his guitars are restrung, tuned up, and make sure his amplifiers are set up the same way every day. Just make sure everything's done the same way. That's all his guitars right there. I go through about 3 basses a night. I use one at the first half of the show, and then I use for his solo, we have the axe bass right here. This is what he flies up into the truss with. He'll get this thing all bloody for his solo. Just drips blood, and it's just caked with blood at the end of that, so I have to change out. And I give him a 3rd bass, and then he finishes the show off with that. So hopefully I don't get yelled at too much.
I was watching when the members of the symphony orchestra actually came into the stadium. I could see them get more excited by the minute as they entered something they'd never thought they'd ever be in. Something so big.
Here they are, fledgling rock stars, looking around and going, you know something? This ain't half bad. I think I'll take it.
Let me tell you about the members of the Melbourne Symphony. They were so cool. The guys at percussion let me touch their stuff. The bass player, there was some bass player there, clicked with him like magic. This guy was so sweet. So I was feeling very in tune with these guys. They really let me in to, I'm sure, a private circle.
I've always said a crappy rock band with a big show is still a crappy rock band. It ultimately comes down to the 4 members of the band delivering the goods, and that's the foundation of everything else that comes on it. What has happened here? How amazing. You know, you sit on your sofa in a living room in Manhattan, write songs, and it leads to this.
Guys follow me around, wherever I go. What do you think of all this? Isn't this great? Very 22. Hey, hey. I'm the first guy to step on the stage. Always the drummer. See, the drummer has to be the first guy out there. You know what they did? They built a television on top of my bass drum and put David on it. He just was on my drums so I could see him all fucking night long on the bass drum. That is style.
When we walked into the Telstra Dome, the orchestra was already up on stage rehearsing, and it was the most ominous, awe-inspiring thing I've ever heard. Couldn't wait to get my guitar on and get up on stage. We're excited.
It takes longer to get up here when you've got these kind of shoes on, these kind of boots, instead of 8-inch heels. 8-inch heels, 2 steps, I'm at the top. Watch your step. Welcome to Rock World. There you go. You see, he's a conductor and arranger, but he's a closet rock and roll star.
That's right. I'm at least halfway out of the closet.
I'm telling you.
Tonight.
Look, you're in the environment.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So I think maybe we best just leave the headphones off.
Hey guys, that stage right wing vocal is not working right now. You can't go to the stage.
Roll off some of the lows. Less lows in the front mix. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There you go.
That is the Gene Simmons Punisher.
Boy, there's a real delay in here. Do you guys hear it?
Not so much, I don't really hear it.
Maybe I could use a little more ear monitor. Want to try
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
One more time, I forgot.
I can't see you. Gene, you want to take his cues? I can't see him.
Ready, David? Tommy?
Okay, let's run the whole piece from the beginning. So count